Well, it's a new year and a new you on Out and About Columbus. As we typically do the first show of the new year, we look at some things that may help you as you plan for 2020. And one of the things that we looked at was maybe getting a new hair design. Maybe you may need some mental health counseling. And we stopped here at Life of Kratom. If you have an opioid addiction, this is something that may help you out in the upcoming year. Renee, what did you find?
Well, thanks, Mike. Happy New Year, everyone. Well, if this is your year to look better, take better care of yourself, maybe even learn a new skill, then you've got to see this show. I'm Renee Joseph, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are Out and About Columbus. 2020 is your year to look your best. Dr. Manter can help, whether it be weight loss, body sculpting, or anti-aging technology. She told us more about some of the procedures they do and what sets them apart. Well, Dr. Manter, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for letting us come out and share your wonderful information today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, everybody's wanting to look their best. It's a brand new year, and I understand this is the place to come to do that. Tell us a little bit about what sets you apart from other places like this. I understand it's the HiFem technology. Tell us what that is.
HiFem technology is an absolutely incredible technology that is fairly new, FDA cleared technology here in the United States. HiFem stands for High Intensity Focused Electromagnetic Energy. The M-Sculpt is the HiFem device that builds muscle throughout the body. It is FDA cleared to build abdominal muscles as well as buttock muscles, calves, biceps, triceps. So it's very, very impressive technology.
Well, that's really interesting. Now, besides body sculpting and weight management, what other things do you do here that can help us look better?
Well, we also do Botox, fillers. I am the first physician who has been certified to do the Y-lift procedure, which is a 30-minute, basically miracle facelift procedure.
Such interesting things we're talking about today. How do we find out more information?
You go to www.wrinkleandweight.com. You can call us at 614-891-2000. Visit us on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, as well as LinkedIn.
Wonderful. Again, thank you so much for sharing all of this wonderful technology with us.
Are you suffering with some mental health issues? Well, you may find the help that you need right behind this door at Open Arms Counseling. We talked to Ann and learn more about the services they provide and how they may be able to help you in this upcoming year. Well, Ann, good to have Open Arms Counseling back on the show.
It is great to be back on the show. We were really excited.
Well, we're starting off a new year, and that's what we thought of you guys. Some people may be having some mental health issues and things like that, and I know that's the kinds of things you do, at least on the surface. So tell us some of the services you provide and who is your patient?
Well, we provide mental health counseling to anybody who is having a hard time in life, to having severe trauma.
Do you see an uptick in patients after the holidays?
We absolutely do, because the holidays are the time that really magnifies a loneliness if you're alone.
What are the steps? What's going to happen if I call you and make an appointment?
Well, the first step is picking up the phone and calling. And then once you have an appointment, your first appointment will just be getting information from you, getting a background, finding out what your goals are and where you want to get to. And then from there, you'll put together a treatment plan with your counselor so that you guys can come together and work towards those goals and achieve them.
So what kind of problems are you seeing that are really standing out in your mind, and addiction and that kind of thing? Is that a big problem?
It is a huge problem in Central Ohio. In fact, we see a large number of addiction issues.
And what would you say to someone who's dealing with mental health issues right now at home and watching this?
Don't wait another moment. Call, come in, and find help.
And what's the contact information?
The contact information, give us a call at 614-625-7183 and extension 106 if you want to get straight through to the operator. Or you can go to our website at oacounseling.com.
Well, if one of your New Year's resolutions is to take better care of your skin, then you've got to check out Discover Allure Skin Center. They can help you with all of your skincare needs. Kira told us more about what you can expect when you visit their center, as well as some of their specials. Well, Kira, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you for having us out to Discover Allure Skin Center. And tell me, it's a new year and everybody's wanting to look their best. How do you help your clients achieve their skincare goals for the new year?
Well, the number one thing is what you're doing at home for your skin. Everybody thinks if they come in once a month or once every 3 months, they're going to get the skin that they want. But I think about 85% of it is what you're doing at home for your skin.
Now, the big hype that you guys are talking about is the True Sculpt 3D system. Tell us all about that. What does it do?
So what it does is those stubborn fat cells that exercise cannot get rid of, we can help do that with True Sculpt 3D. It's a radio frequency, so we use heat to heat up those fat cells to the point where they cannot survive.
Okay, so is there a lot of downtime with this?
The nice thing is there's absolutely no downtime at all. I have people that come in and do it, and I recommend them not exercise that day, but the next day they can go back to exercising.
So I understand you're running a special.
We are. Normally one treatment, which is a 1-hour treatment for True Sculpt, is $1,800, and for the month of January and February, we're doing buy one treatment, get one free. So you get 2 hours for the price of one.
How do we find out more about Discover Allure Skin Center?
You can go to our website at discoverallurespa.com, or you can go to our Instagram page, which is Discover Allure Skin Center, or Facebook as well.
Wonderful. Kira, thank you again for coming on and sharing this great place. This is beautiful here.
Well, it's a new year, 2020, right? Maybe it's a time for a new look. But we stop by Hair Artist and they can take care of it. Everything from hair coloring to getting your nails done to even getting a pedicure. We talked to Cindy Cox and she told us more. Cindy, good to have you and Hair Artist on Out and About Columbus.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this sounds beautiful. When I walked in, it's just breathtaking. Tell us a little bit about the services that you offer. I know we kind of got the tour around here, got to see some of the things, but what do you have?
Well, we do primarily hair and nails. In the hair services, we do anything from color, corrective coloring, balayage, hair extensions, hair smoothers, keratin treatments.
Let's talk a little bit about the new year and changing up your looks and things like that. What do you see people coming in and actually wanting to do?
Well, what we do with our clients starting in January is we try to give them something new, whether it's color, whether it's a cut, whether it's a style, but you have to change up.
Is there any advice you can give to people who may want to come in and get some services as far as how far in advance to book?
Well, it depends. Obviously, you can see we're very busy, but we try to at least have a couple days notice.
So, Cindy, what do you think separates Hair Artists from other salons?
A couple things. We do something called a facial analysis, which helps us to prescribe the best look for your facial structure, your body type, and your personality. And we have a lot of very renowned artists come into our salon and train us. So we're constantly training.
Well, like I said, looking around here, you must be doing something right because the place is packed and everyone's really busy. To give us some contact information, where we can find you, where we can find you on social media, and what social media we can find you on.
We are on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. You can always pick up the phone and call, and that's 614-847-1010.
What's your website?
hairartistsalon.com.
If you're thinking about becoming a first-time homeowner, the year 2020 could be your year. Let the folks here at HER Realtors London help. Judy told us more about their home buyers workshop that can help you get started. Judy, it's great seeing you again, and thank you so much for having us back out to HER Realtors London.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it.
Well, it's a whole new year, and a lot of people are thinking about first-time home buying, and I know you guys are the people to talk to about that. What should a first-time home buyer be doing to prepare for buying their first-time home?
Basically, the first step is to get pre-approved. In that, I can refer you to some lenders that will help you out that have worked well with some of my clients, or you can use somebody that you know or trust.
Wonderful. Now, I've heard that you need 20% down. Is that still true?
No, the days of 20% down payments are nearly extinct. Basically, there are programs out there that you can get a loan for 3.5% down, 3% down, and even no money down.
Judy, what is HER London Realtors doing to help people become first-time home buyers?
We are hosting a home buyers workshop on Sunday, February 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m. here at 57 West High Street. We have a panel of experts, and you can come and get all of your questions answered in the same place.
And I'm sure you guys can help them find their perfect dream home.
Absolutely, we can.
Well, tell us how we can find out more information about HER Realtors London.
You can give us a call at the number at the bottom of the screen and reserve your place for the home buyers workshop. You can also visit us on Facebook or Instagram.
Do you guys have a website?
We do. It is london.herrealtors.com.
Wonderful, Judy. Always a pleasure to see you, and you always have great information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're starting a new year, and you may be reaching retirement age and have some concerns. Well, you can put those concerns at ease. We had an opportunity to stop by Granite Capital Management and talk to Mitchell H. Grant about financial planning and how you should find your financial advisor. Mitchell, good to have you and Granite Capital Management on the show.
Well, thank you, Mike. Very privileged to be here.
You know, with starting a new year, what do you see as a lot of the major concerns that people have about reaching retirement age?
Well, I'm seeing primarily three things. First thing is concentration of assets, and by that I mean having all your eggs in one basket, and that can be a risky proposition. Two would be fees and expenses. It's a confusing area for a lot of people. There's no reason why a consumer of financial services shouldn't know what they're paying for the services. So ask your advisor about that, I always say, and I think it's just good business, and it also builds a stronger relationship with your advisor. The third thing I see is the risk of longevity. And living beyond age 90 is really expensive. It adds a great deal of stress to loved ones.
So what should you look for when you're choosing a financial advisor?
Well, I think there's common traits that a good advisor would have. First, they have to listen. They have to listen to your concerns, and then they have to communicate. When you email them, you phone them, that call, that email is returned very promptly. And then you have to understand the charges and what you're paying for the services. But I think most importantly, there are no surprises. Your portfolio should do what it's supposed to do.
Well, give us some contact information, how we can come and talk to you or learn more about Granite Capital Management.
Well, I think you can certainly give me a call at 614-431-4330 or my website at www.granitecapitaloh.com.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the show, Mitchell. Good information. Thank you.
Whether you're a beginner or an expert shooter, Shoot Point Blank here in Grove City is the place where you can become more confident. Chris told us more about their classes and what makes them an expert in the industry. Chris, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thanks for having us out to Shoot Point Blank here in Grove City.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're excited to be on.
You know, this is a beautiful place. Tell us what makes Shoot Point Blank different from other gun ranges.
So our mission really sets us apart. So, I mean, our mission is to promote responsible firearm ownership and usage through an engaged, knowledgeable team effort. So I think that is what all of our associates are doing. That's what our instructors are really striving for. It's a clean, well-lit range, which I think is much different for our industry. And that's really, I think, our difference, here in the space.
So what kind of classes do you have for beginners as well as advanced shooters?
So it's a full spectrum. So our course catalog is between, anywhere between 10 and 12 different classes, depending on what state we're in. Here in Ohio, we've got about 11 in our catalog. Intro to firearms, we saw about 6,000 brand new shooters come through and take that for free, which is great. Obviously, great for, those coming in and not sure if this is, an industry or, the sport of shooting is something they really want to pursue. And then all the way up to low light shooting, advanced handgun for those that are really really experienced in the space and a lot of concealed carry.
Well, let's talk about some maybe upcoming classes that you have planned for the company.
Yeah, so we've got 2 launching later this month. That's an accuracy class and a draw from the holster class. So people really trying to refine and hone in on those skills. And then secondly, the draw from the holster, those that are carrying actively but aren't real comfortable drawing from the holster, which there's a lot more to it than just being on the range and really trying to focus on the safety and the confidence in that piece.
How can we find out more about Shoot Point Blank?
So the website's the easiest, shootpointblank.com. You can go to our locations page. You can find this brand new location, which is our second in Columbus, and our first, which is actually up in Lewis Center.
Fantastic. Again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Well, nothing better than a great smile for the new year, and the place to get that taken care of is Smiley Dental Practice. Take it from me, I'm a patient here. I have enjoyed the services, the technology, and the staff here. They have helped me greatly. We had a chance to talk to Dr. Smiley and talk about some of the things that can improve your smile. Well, Dr. Smiley, good to be back at Smiley Dental Practice.
Welcome back.
You know, you do this show every year. We always talk about this coming January. You know, you're looking into the year and you're thinking, what can I do to improve myself? And of course, dentistry is one of those things that a lot of people, nothing better than a great smile. So what options are out there for folks?
Well, let's make this year the year where you finally get those teeth whitened that you've wanted to do. There's so many ways to get that whitening done. You can do the strips over the counter, the bleaching in the office, or now Zoom bleaching. There's so many ways to get it done. And after you do that, why not straighten them? You know, it's never been easier to straighten your teeth. People should always remember the aligners work just great, but you always need a little dentist to tweak things a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Doing it on your own is not as magical as it sounds.
And now I'm a patient of Smiley Dental. I will say that. And I got to say, a great experience here. It really was. And mine was more in the cosmetic realm. I had knocked out a front tooth, of all things. You guys took me right away, got this taken care of, and just did an amazing job. And, you know, I want to say publicly, you know, in the segment, you guys did a great job.
Well, thank you. But you know what? We're in the customer service business, you know, taking care of people when they need you. It's not just when it's 8 to 5. It's when someone knocks out a tooth and they need to get something put back in there quickly. That's what it's all about.
Well, Dr. Smiley, give us some contact information and have some folks try what a great experience I've had.
You can find us on the web at smileydentalgroup.com. You can call us at 614-889-0726. And anytime at all, we're happy to take you as an emergency or if you just want a second opinion.
Yeah, I can tell you, I experienced it firsthand. Thanks so much, Dr. Smiley. Well, if you have a hearing deficiency, there's no worries anymore about having that big, ugly hearing aid hanging on the back of your ear. Technology has completely changed that. And as a matter of fact, it not only just boosts all the sound up, but there's some great technological advances that work with your smartphone. And we are always learning new technology from Greg Van Horsen. Well, Greg, good to have you back on Out and About Columbus.
Thanks for having us back.
You know, this hearing aid technology is just off the charts anymore with some of the things that are changing. And I know connectivity is a big part of this now, that your smartphone can actually communicate with those hearing aids. Tell us where all that's going.
Well, it's going in a lot of different directions. Right now, you can connect directly to an iPhone. So what happens if someone calls you on the telephone, you can actually hear them in both ears. Anything that has to connect with the iPhone. Now, what's also happening now is that Android is now being kind of brought into that. And next month, some Android phones will be able to do the actual same thing, which makes it easier because typically before we had to have something around your neck, so it's really opened a lot more doors for people to do a lot more things with their actual hearing aid and their phone.
The old hearing aids, literally all they did was just amplify the sound that was around, whether it was a bunch of noise or any of that, right? And this newer technology, you can actually like almost use like an equalizer, right, to change frequencies?
Yeah, absolutely. So the old system was just like an old car radio. You just turn everything up, turn everything down. Now even the chips are so fast that they separate speech and noise. They can even create their own programs. So I can be talking to you or Aunt Nellie, who's very soft. I can move this around, that actual name, and create a program just for her, or the grandchildren. I have a grandchildren program just for when they're around because I need a certain high tone or bass tone that just fits their need.
Well, give us some contact information so folks can come out and see you and learn more about this technology.
No problem. You can contact us at the phone number at the bottom of the screen here and also at absolutehearingsolutions.com.
Fantastic. Great. Good seeing you again. Thanks so much for being on. Well, maybe you want to start the new year off with some great eyesight, some 20/20 vision, and we know the company that can make that happen. It's the Columbus Laser and Cataract Center, and we had an opportunity to stop by and talk to Dr. Baran and Dr. Weber about those procedures and how much that technology has come forward. Well, Dr. Weber, good to have you on the show.
Pleasure.
And Dr. Baran, good to have you on the show.
Mike.
Let's talk a little bit about LASIK. I know you're a pioneer in this field, and you have a lot of knowledge of it. So what is that process like today?
Well, over the past 20 years, there's been a lot of advancements making it a very intricate and delicate 15-minute procedure that has minimal discomfort and can provide people with good uncorrected vision afterwards.
What's that experience like for them afterwards?
Well, in most cases, that's the result is people the next day are pretty much back to their normal functioning. But like any medical procedure, different people respond differently. But 99.9% of the time, we're going to get them to decent uncorrected vision so they can pass their driver's test and so forth.
Yeah, you're the guy, no question. Dr. Weber, we're going to turn to you. Let's talk a little bit about cataracts and cataract surgery and where that's come in the recent years.
Well, modern cataract surgery is greatly improved from the previous generation. We've seen tremendous improvements in all aspects of it, from the preoperative testing that we do to the surgical equipment that we're using, as well as the implants that the patients receive. And all this means is that the procedure is better than ever, and for the patients, the results are better than ever too. When it comes to cataract surgery, it truly is one of the safest, most predictable procedures that we can do in medicine.
Well, give us some contact information where people can learn more.
Sure. I have the website. They can visit us at columbuslaser.com, and they can call our phone number too, 614-939-1600.
Fantastic. Dr. Weber, thanks so much for the show. Great information. Dr. Brand, good seeing you again. Well, you know, with the new year, one of the things a lot of people think about is getting organized and getting themselves a little bit more on track. And we've got a company that can take care of that for you today. It is Major Organizers, and Melanie Wood is joining me to talk a little bit about how you can get organized quickly and get things shaped up. Well, Melanie, good to have you on Out and About Columbus.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So, you know, with the new year starting out, 2020, a lot of people want to get organized. It's like one of the big priorities for people to get organized for the year. So how can you help someone achieve that? And do you get rid of stuff that they've got that they don't want anymore?
Well, what we do is we liberate you from clutter and chaos. So that's why we call our organizers liberators. We come in and help declutter and organize your space, whether you've been there 5 years or 50 years, maybe a new build that you need to settle into. So we don't make people get rid of things. We work with them to achieve their organizing goals.
Yeah. Okay, so then if they need to get rid of stuff, do you get rid of it for them?
We absolutely do. We take donations with us. So when we leave somebody's home, we aren't leaving their donations with them. And if you have a preference as far as where the donations go, we will take them there for you.
What is the process?
What we do is we do free estimates, and we will tell you what we expect. We do the Major Mom method, which is we picture it and plan it and then proceed with steps. That means that we're going to sort through things and make sure that you just keep the things that you absolutely treasure and that you want to keep in your home and have forever.
Give us some contact information where we can learn more and bring you out and get stuff straightened out.
All right, I appreciate it. You can find us on Facebook. We are also on Instagram, www.majororganizers.com. Our specific site for here in Columbus is majororganizers.com/Columbus, and our phone number is 740-917-9105.
Fantastic. Major Organizers. What a way to get things straightened out for 2020. Thanks so much, Melanie. Well, we all heard about the opioid addiction. We had an opportunity to find something that may be life-changing for you in 2020 if you have addictions. It's called Life of Kratom. We actually talked to a young man who was addicted to heroin and his mother to learn about their lifestyle and how it has changed by using Kratom. We also talked to Jack Smith, and he told us more about where Kratom has gone in terms of the state. Well, Jack, good to be back at Life of Kratom.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming back. It means a lot.
You know, last time we were here, I know you were having some difficulties with the state in regards to Kratom, and some things have really turned around on that, right?
Yeah, really, honestly, we've been very blessed. Been working with the state a lot. Pharmaceuticals really backed off. We had that big meeting where we got to go in and everybody told their stories, and it went very well. So I really got to say thank you a lot to the pharmaceuticals for taking that time and doing that. But the state's actually coming in here on January 15th, Representative Scheer that introduced the Consumer Act to talk to our customers.
We actually had an opportunity to talk to a guy who had a heroin addiction and his mother, and about the changes that they've undergone since they started using kratom. So let's hear what they had to say. Well, Dalton, welcome to Columbus. Thanks for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about your addiction. Tell me kind of what your life has been like when you were addicted.
Every day was just waking up and focusing on getting high and not the right things. I feel like I spent my whole life chasing this feeling drugs would give me, and when I finally decided that I wanted to quit, I didn't want to take the route where it'd be trading the addiction for like Suboxones or the other medicines they have out there and I wanted a healthy alternative way, and I did some research online, and I seen kratom had helped a lot of people, so I figured it was worth a try. And ever since I started drinking kratom and taking it, like, it gives me this sense of feeling that I chased for so long trying to get high. But now I wake up with optimism, and the glass is half full, and it's really helped me. It's helped me so much.
Let's talk a little bit about how we got here.
Ooh, it was tough. Not only the getting it off, because you have to go through all the physical things that they are going through, but there's also all of the mental things that they are going through. There's a lot of anger, not only on his part, but there's a lot of anger on my part as well. It's exhausting. It's very, very exhausting. But, again, being a mom, you're trying to do everything that you can. But ultimately, the decision to get off of drugs was his choice. And it came from him. And all I could do was support him, and to look at things. And, we did a lot of research. As he said, when he finally decided that this is what he wanted to do, we watched several documentaries. We did research online. I read a couple of medical studies, things like that. We did our research because my concern was trading one addiction for another, because it's an unknown. It's like, yeah. But we did a lot of research, and then we came up here to Life of Kratom, and Jennifer and Jack have been so supportive, not only, on providing the product and product information to Dalton, but they support him as a person, too.
So what was your take of Dalton when he first came to you?
Wow. I mean, honestly, I wish I could take some pictures of some of these customers that come in, but, the kid's, he's just a little kid. He was really frail, living on the street, just how we've seen kratom change his life. He comes in crying for help, and now he comes in last week telling us how he just bought his first truck, and I'm just so proud. It'll make me cry if I do it too much. And then, we see that and help people like that. But when you have the parents, the people that addictions really affect, and as addicts, you're like, well, it's me doing it. It has nothing to do with nobody else. But really, we're affecting everybody more than we realize. And as mom, just to be able to say, hey, I got my baby back, it means the world.
Let's get some folks in here to check this out.
No, I love it. You can come to our Worthington store. We also have one on by campus in downtown Columbus. We have one in Marion, and we just opened one in Cincinnati. And by the end of the month, we'll have one open in Akron. And if you're just get on lifeofkratom.com, and we'll help you any way we can.
Yeah, and you're located here at the shops at Worthington Place, right?
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic. Jack, good seeing you again.
Thank you very much, Mike. It means a lot. Thank you.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.